Hello, Robotics Notes fans. Happy July 18th. It is 7:07 in the morning. Let's load some save data to play some Robotics Notes. Precisely. It's freezing. The moment I set foot in this sea of filth, I get chills. I instantly have goosebumps all over my arms. I momentarily hallucinated that some foul and restless malice was lurking about, but no, it's just legit cold. The windows are shut tight, the AC is on full blast, spewing cold air. Man, this room is nuts. It's a legit fortress. I'm surprised she reorganized, or more like remodeled, to it to this degree. I helped carry luggage when she moved in, but there's even more stuff here than before. It's also got messier. Who needs this many monitors? How many does she have wired up? They're the only light source in the room. The screens are looping Kill Ballad demo gameplay. Hey, Kona-chan! She's the one who invited me, but she's nowhere to be found. She answered the intercom, so she's got to be around here somewhere. That said, it's super dark, so even if she was right in front of me, I'd take a sec to notice her. Hello, world. All of a sudden, a hand bursts from the mountain of trash in front of the monitors. Jesus, that scared me. Save the horror movie stuff for the screen, please. Upon closer inspection, the hand didn't emerge from a mountain of trash. It came from a mountain of blankets. I imagine the owner of said hand must be wrapped up in them somewhere beneath. You should lend me a hand, Samahe. The slender hand opens and closes repeatedly. It's kind of like the hand is talking. Creepy. No other choices available to me. I grab her hand. Whoa, you're freezing. Your hand is way too cold. I guess that makes sense considering how freaking cold your room is. I pull on Frau's hand and stand her up. Otz. This girl has completely abandoned her humanity. When I first saw her on the plane back from Kagoshima, she was dressed a bit stylish, just like a Tokyo girl. I don't know if her zero desire to go to school makes her more or less pure. How about turning the AC down? You're worried about me? But I refuse. I'd prefer it to be cold anyway. If it's too warm, my PC will overheat. Seriously? Her eyes start to wander about rapidly as she whispers to herself. I really don't like how FRAU does this. I can't keep up. Oh right. Rosetta, what's step 1 when it comes to hospitality? Rosetta, who's that? Got it. FRAU slowly opens one of her blankets as she's wrapped in, folds it up neatly, and places it at my feet. Here you go. Is this supposed to be a floor cushion? With no other choice, I plop down on it. Step 2. Snacks. I bought a whole crate of Pocky. Do you want anything to drink? Is it just me or has she been talking to herself even more than when I last saw her? Got any warm drinks? Of course not. What? Are you telling me you sit in this cold ass room without any kind of hot drink? I think there's corn soup. So you do have something. I'll go with that. Boiling water is a pain. This is the worst. Not that I expected Not that I expected to be able to hold a conversation with someone with such low communication skills. FRAU's been acting restless for a while now. How about sitting down? Oh, thanks. Prompted by my suggestion, FRAU sits herself down right in front of me. Do you know why I'm here? To confine and rape me. What eroge is this? I'm gonna have a sip of my drink. Excuse me? Ignore what I just said. For the cheater hunt. Swoosh! Despite having just sat down, for some reason FRAU abruptly stands back up. She then immediately sits right back down. That was my surprise pose, which means she totally forgot about our deal. So, it looks like I won't be going to the Robo 1 World Championships. I have some spare time on my hands now, and I remembered I still hadn't held up my end of the deal. In exchange for FRAU creating M45's program, I was supposed to help with her cheater hunt. Those were the conditions we agreed upon, vague as they might have been. I came here out of my own volition. I'd prefer not to interact with our club's newest member, but not repaying her means she'd be shadowing me forever. Tonks. Huh? Ton. Thank you very much. Should have just said that from the start. Senpai, are you a Terra sadist? Oh, but when Senpai bottoms, I totes gets the whole "this sucks, but it feels so good" thing. Thin book with 4 eyes when? Did you maybe lay off the whole magical incantation thing for a bit? I haven't the slightest clue what she's talking about. Anyway, give me the details of this cheater hunt of yours. Are you okay with text? Nope, you're gonna use your words. You're the one who told me to come here, Kona-chan. I'm not good at explaining things. That's fine, I have time to spare. FRAU thinks to herself for a while and sighs deeply. Looks like she gave in. Can you bring up the Kill Ballad leaderboards? On my phone droid? Sure. Got it. FRAU leans up against me and peers at my phone droid. Considering how much of a train wreck she is, I thought she'd smell like sweat, but she doesn't. Well, I guess she wouldn't sweat in a room this cold. Kona-chan, that ruffled up hair of yours looks like it would stink. You want to sniff it? Try and keep your smell fetish under control. I do understand the feeling, though. Please don't. I don't have a smell fetish. My hair is hard as steel. It's too hard to brush. You're trying to say you don't brush it because it's too much of a pain? You could always brush it for me, senpai. Why would I do that? It'd be a pain in the ass for me, too. But this is your chance to run your hands through a girl's hair without breaking the law. Does she want me to touch her hair? Just continue with the explanation. FRAU clicks her tongue a little, then points at my phone droid's screen. So, the top 5 on the leaderboards. I thought all 5 of them were cheaters until last month. It's true that the top 5 have been anchored to their spots for a long time. Normally, rankings like this move around a lot, even at the top, but I think KB's hasn't moved for over half a year. So, to an outsider, it looks especially suspicious. But at the very least, I know I'm not a cheater. Umisho at number 5 is me. Also, Tajirin at number 4 isn't a cheater either. Friendly reminder that Tajirin refers to Tajiringer. How do you know? Once you reach my skill level, you just know. It's like a gut feeling, kinda. I'm not sure. Plus, I still think Tajiringer is Misane. Which means there's no way they're cheating. Your gamer intuition whispers to you. I totes gets it. Word choice aside, yeah, it's sorta like that. Chunabu Ots. She barfs out some more words and grins. I'm just gonna ignore her. Above Tajirin on the rankings is an iron fortress. An unbreachable wall leading to another world. I've fought the top 3 dozens of times up till now, but I've never gotten a legit win. Number 1, Takano Ai, 1998. Number 2, Hana Sono, 1991. Number 3, Bob Lee, 1983. If my instincts are right, these 3 are the cheaters. During my matches with them, I've seen them do impossible maneuvers. Agreed, I checked too. It's even more suspicious how all 3 account names follow the same pattern. They all end with a 4-digit number, probably a year. These three could be connected behind the scenes too. Maybe they're all sharing the same cheat tool? Certainly a possibility. Either way, our first targets should be these three. Ooh, okay. So what's the plan? You just have to fight them in a match, Senpai. I made an analysis tool to detect cheats, so I'll run it during your matches. If they use cheats, I'll nab evidence. Cheaters these days are getting real advanced. They don't leave much evidence behind. So in order to ban someone, the administrator either has to guess or there has to be legit evidence. If the administrators are just banned the top 5 rankers based on a guess, people would stop playing KB. The trust between the administrator and the user would be completely collapse in on itself. Players would fear getting banned just for doing something the admin didn't like, so they just leave the game. On the other hand, cheaters get to do as they please by taking advantage of that trust. I'm not a fan. Furthermore, if cheaters are hogging the top spots, I'll never be able to reach the top, ever. So I just need to fight them in a match? Does it matter if I win or lose? No problem. Everything will be fine even if you lose. If I can win, that'd be awesome. But they're using illegal tools. That's not an easy mountain to climb. Hell, out of 100 matches, I could just maybe take one. By the way, how am I supposed to fight these guys? I only run into the top 3 every once in a while. Can't you just wait till you get matched with them? No plan, eh? Can't help but sigh. I gaze out at the evening sun from the abandoned hotel's hallway while sipping on the corn soup. This is my 3rd one. I've been waiting outside that stupidly cold fortress room for a match. Almost 30 minutes have gone by and still no luck. My phone droid has been wired to FRAU's machine. Can't kill time by playing Kill Ballad. I asked her to either turn off the AC or bring the equipment outside, but she refused to do either. How selfish can she be? I gulped down the rest of the soup and decided to go back into that freezer of a room. God damn, it's cold in here. Did we get matched up? FRAU is sitting cross-legged on the blanket. She lightly shakes her head back and forth. I grab my phone droid, still attached to her PC. I then wrap myself in a blanket and look at the screen. Our opponents aren't even online, so... Whoa. You're telling me you didn't even check beforehand? My bad. Dude. You want me to wait for an opponent that might never even show up? And there's no guarantee I'll even face them, and if we even do get matched, if they kick me, it's game over. Can't believe she went into this without any kind of plan. She may be a genius at writing code, but she's completely inept at everything else. There really is a paper-thin difference between a genius and an idiot. Can you just load the cheat analysis tool onto my phone droid? Then I won't have to wait here. Basically, I want to go home. I could, but I refuse. Why? I want you to do it where I can see you. There she goes again. Does FRAU actually want me to take care of these cheaters or not? In the end, all we can do is wait. We naturally go silent. It's awkward, but I don't feel like I have much to talk to FRAU about. It's better this way. Though I suppose the silence is making me feel a bit restless. Is she really okay with this temp? If it stayed in a room like this with bare shoulders, I'd definitely catch a cold. Yet FRAU doesn't appear at all cold. She just munches at her strawberry-flavored Pocky like a squirrel. It's kind of sketch being alone with a girl a year younger than me in the dark, abandoned hotel room like this. What have you been doing for meals? I got them from a convenience store with the hard-to-read kanji. Ah, Theater General Store? Mizuka-san's place, eh? It's only a 10-minute walk away. Here. She offers me some Pocky. I take one and bite down on it. Is this your main food? Frau nods her head up and down. Ah, jeez. I feel like in a few years somebody's gonna find a skeleton in this room. Can I play Kill Ballad? Of course not. My phone droid is continually looking for a match against the top 3. Apparently she added a tool for that. By the way, this island is way too laggy. I don't disagree. I was shocked when I went to Tokyo. Your Terra amazing for making it to the top 5 with the lag. To be honest, I always thought it was the norm. Once you get used to it, it's no big deal. I think I'd actually be weaker in a lag-free environment. I mean, hell, my win-loss record was awful in Tokyo. Man, you really are the creator of Kill Ballad, huh? I'm FRAU Kojiro, genius programmer. Too easy. For real. Since we have some free time, how about telling me some dev secrets? Gulp. For some reasons unknown to me, she pretends to swallow loudly. I'm not asking for like top secret info or anything. I doubt there's anything like that to begin with. Senpai, what machine do you main? Gun barrel. When gun barrel's shoulder part breaks off, the driller speed gets a little faster. Ah, you mean the activation time, right? By about 2 frames, right? You noticed? Also, after using it, the block stun is also shortened by 1 frame. Oh, I had a feeling that was the case. I see. So it really does reduce block stun. Gonna have another sippy of my drink, everybody. Everybody get excited for drink sippies. Good stuff. Love liquid. It's a trap that lets you link your ult into a combo. Wait, seriously? That makes a huge difference! No, the input timing is crazy narrow. And how can you only cancel it? And you can only cancel it after the 3rd hit, right? If it whiffs or gets guarded, it won't connect. But this might turn the driller from a simple chipping tool into a major damage dealer. Maybe I'll try to come up with some tech using the driller as the main attack. That's one hell of a hot tip. You ain't the creator for nothing. Wouldn't the development side normally make something like that public? I forgot about it. For someone who runs one of the most popular games in the world, she sure is lazy about it. Also, it's not like you need that kind of detailed info, Yashio-senpai. You have amazing abilities, like Chunabu level craziness. Amazing abilities. I watched the Robo 1 match. Mine? FRAU nods once. In the grand finals, your reaction time. Ah, you mean slow-mo. Slow-mo. It has an official name, but I call it that. Some other videos have also been uploaded to Nico Nico Video. Videos of Umishoshi's KB fights, the matches where you have crazy reaction time. Those are online? Maybe my opponents have been tossing them up. It's true that I've had slow-mo activate during matches once or twice. I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea. Those are attacks I get, not some sort of special ability. 3 lines. Huh? Explain in 3 lines. No way, I don't want to talk about it. What are the activation conditions? Are they voluntary? I want to click my tongue. FRAU seems to think my attacks are like a super move that can be activated by inputting a command. I told you they're attacks. I can't use them at will. That's the wrong way to describe them. Attacks that give you super high reaction speeds went out of fashion in anime 10 years ago, by the way. But if you can legit use it, that's amazing-tastic. Could you stop making light of this? When I get an attack, I feel like I'm about to die. I wish they didn't happen. Don't talk them up when you have no idea how much they suck. If you keep bothering me about them, I'll make it so you can't live on this island anymore. I kid. If I spread rumors, I could make her an outsider at school, but she'd still be able to live here. Duh. I just wanted to get her to stop asking questions. But instead, FRAU leans up against me. Then how about we humiliate each other? She whispers to me without averting her gaze. While I sit there baffled, she slides into the blanket wrapped around me. She's pressing up against me. As expected, FRAU's skin is super cold. We'll both share a secret that we can't tell anyone else. What are you... Do you know why the last episode of Gun Barrel was never aired? That's right. Akio's told me this story time and time again. Despite the show's 3-year run, the final episode got cancelled out of nowhere. Even now, nobody knows how it ends. Does FRAU actually know? I couldn't care less. I'm serious, although I'm sure Akio would jump at the opportunity to hear it. Talk about it on the net and you'll get hit with restrictions. Your comments erased, pressure put on you for real. A stereotypical conspiracy theory. Why would info about an anime episode get restricted for years? There sure are some folks in the world with a lot of free time on their hands. If that's what you want to believe, then I'm sure that's the case in your head. Right back at you. So, the reason the final episode of Gun Barrel never aired is that people involved with the production suddenly died just before the episode was scheduled to air. That's an unsettling rumor. And it wasn't just one person. It was at least 13 people. What? Right afterwards, the director went missing. What the hell is this girl? So people started suspecting that maybe the director was the culprit. Lulz, right? For some reason, FRAU starts snickering like she's holding back outright laughter. Who suspected them? The survivors, of course. Not the police. The police were pressured to keep quiet about this to the mainstream press, too. You heard this little rumor on the net, right? Are you telling me you actually buy into this junk? People from Tokyo always brag about their net literacy, but I just want to tell them to look in a mirror. My real name is Kona Furugori. If you read the characters in Furugori differently, you get Kogori. What's she suddenly talking about? The name of the director of the Gun Barrel anime was Minami Kogori. My mama. What did she just say? Wait, hold on a sec. Are you being serious? I can feel FRAU nod ever so slightly. I'm the daughter of a murder suspect. This is the legit truth. I've been looking for her for almost 3 years. I only recently got a lead. I found out where my mama was last seen. Here, on this island. That's why I moved here. Whoa, hold up. Nobody has to hear all the deets to this crazy heavy story. Is this like a form of terrorism? She's forcing me to hear her confession without giving me a choice? Or could this be FRAU making up some ridiculous story and she just made the lie seem believable? Very likely. Regardless, I feel like this younger girl held all the cards in her hand since we first met. This is dirty. FRAU seems calm for someone who just revealed her mom might be a murderer. She hasn't shed a single tear either. Why? Because it's a lie. Because this is all BS. Never heard anything about staff dying or director being a suspect. Even Akio the maniac never mentioned it. You're telling me that the killer fled to Tanagashima of all places? None of this makes sense. Which is exactly why there's no need for me to play along with any of this. To be perfectly honest, you're really weirding me out. I don't care whether it's the truth or not. I'm gonna pretend you never told me anything. I don't want to get involved with more drama. I smile insincerely. When I try to push FRAU away from me, she grabs my arm inside the blanket. Her grip is tight, so much so that her nails dig into me. Not only is it dark, but she's hanging her head. I can't tell what her expression is. But no matter how much I try to get her to let go, she won't. In fact, her grip only tightens. Pain starts to get intense and I can't endure it any longer. Ouchie, mama! That's what he said. That's what the line said. I end up groaning in pain. Just then, the matching success sound plays from the phone droid. Ah! FRAU raises her head in surprise. She immediately lets go of my arm. Here's my chance. I hurry out of the blanket and look at the phone droid screen. It's Bob Lee, rank 3. Here we go. If I recall, I have 5 wins on him, but I also have over 30 losses. My win ratio is terrible. I only got those wins through luck. Bob Lee uses Sniper. Yeah, I know. Sniper is a long-range sniper type, unlike Gun Barrel. Unlike Gun Barrel's hand-to-hand style, weak CQC, but strong, long-range offense. The troublesome thing is that Bob Lee's Sniper is how astounding his sniping abilities are. Fan sites on the net gave him the nickname the Precision Instrument. Precise doesn't even come close to describing his skills. They're abnormal. This guy likes matches on the city map. Urban combat is full of obstacles, but he can snipe precisely through the tiny gaps in those obstacles. Don't even matter how fast I'm moving around. There's no way that kind of precision is possible using the naked eye. He normally lands 3 hits during a match, so you can't write it off as dumb luck or intuition. That's why I suspect Bob Lee is a cheater. He might have an overhead view of the whole map, or is using cheat software like an aimbot or something. Just to confirm, I don't have to win, right? Correcto. Just fight him. Think you can win? If I can close the distance, I can make mincemeat out of him. But if it was that easy, I wouldn't have 30 losses against Snyder. Well, I'll just do what I can. Y-A-X-A-X-B Y-A-Y-A-X-B X-X-B-A-Y-A-A-Y-X-B-X-A-A-X-A-A-X. Ultimate Gamer Hours. Kaboosh. Ha! How's that? You're cheating a jack on me. How embarrassing. I pump my fist into the air. Excuse me for getting excited, but I usually can't beat this guy. Ugh. For some reason, FRAU is staring at my hands. Kona-chan? Senpai, can I lick your fingers? What the hell? Are you an idiot? You have such beautiful fingers. I have a hand fetish. TMI. Tokyo girls are scary. I didn't think perverts like her actually existed. Anyways, did you get the analysis done? Of course. I'd put my virginity on the line. For a second, I hesitate on how to react. In games, I can come up with a perfect response within 8 frames, but in... That was weird. But in real life, to this... I guess I'll just ignore it. So, did you get any evidence? FRAU starts fiddling with her phone droid, but her movements quickly stop cold. Did something happen? I know I was monitoring it, but there were no traces of any cheating. Seriously? Did I mess up? Rosetta, look into it. Can someone explain who Rosetta is? All green? For real? What about the Tokyo team? FRAU starts scratching at her so-called hair as hard as steel. Nobody could confirm that Bob Lee was cheating. What do you mean? I had people from my circle in Tokyo checking online too. But nobody could find evidence of cheating. Then Bob Lee isn't a cheater? I'm gonna take another sip of my drink. What's up? Drinks. Drinks and liquid. Nice juices. Nice juices. Then Bob Lee isn't a cheater? I was so sure of it. He might have cheat technology that doesn't show up on my analysis tool. So, he has more advanced tech than we do. Well, I mean, there could be actual monsters in the world who have natural talent on the level of cheats. Hell, even my slow-mo gets confused for cheating by FRAU. While I personally don't want to admit that Bobbly isn't a cheater, if there's no evidence, I have to accept reality. That leaves Hanasano at number 2 and Takanawi at number 1. But it's getting late. I'm gonna go home for today. 2 and 1 aren't even online, right? FRAU tilts her head, puzzled. Seems like she's not satisfied with these results. I'm the daughter of a murder suspect. I recall her dangerous confession from earlier. It's like that never happened at all. Personally, I prefer it that way. Thus, I leave the room without saying anything else to FRAU. When I exit the hotel, Akio just happens to be standing out front. Ah, Kai. I was wondering where you were. Were you with FRAU, Bo? Pretty much. I was holding up my end of the bargain. You were alone together? I suppose so. Akio suspiciously eyes me. What? Since when did you become such a playboy, Kai? Do I seriously look like one? Nope. You only care about games after all. You know me all too well. I know you better than you know yourself. No chance. Why not? You're always the one saying you know me better than I know myself. Because it's true. Fine, whatever, I don't care. So, were you playing games in FRAU's room? Pretty much. She offered us that program, so I had to give her some of my time in return. Although, to be honest, I prefer to play games over hanging around with that perverted old shut-in. I thought you said you were playing games. I was playing games. Ugh. By the way, do you think I could talk to FRAU now? You? About what? Nothing in particular, I just want to, you know, deepen our relationship. I have a few pieces of advice for you. The AC is on way too high. It's stupidly cold in there. Also, she's a pervert. What's that supposed to mean? Exactly what you think it means. Well, whatever. You come with me. She's trying to force me back into that frozen hell. No way. Akio ignores me and pushes the intercom button. No answer. She's in, right? Yep. She presses again. Kona-chan seemed pretty busy, so she's probably ignoring the intercom. I'm gonna be blunt. I don't like this one bit. Let's just go home, Aki-chan. I give Akio a reassuring pat on the shoulder, but she's clearly dejected. How is it that we still have all these new members, yet the robot club still doesn't operate like a club? Shouldn't we be all friendship, passion, victory, or something? Considering 3 of our 5 members have serious personality issues, you should probably give up on that. Needless to say, I'm including myself in the 3. And that is another episode of Robotics Delete. Like, I will see you tomorrow for more. Don't you?